They say silence is empty. What if silence carries the heaviest truth? Imagine a crowded room buzzing with noise, laughter, and voices overlapping. You try to speak, but your words dissolve into the air like a whisper swallowed by a storm. Does being quiet means being unseen? As a child, I rarely spoke in class, but my notebooks were never empty. They were filled with tiny sketches and doodles that I kept to myself. Then one day, in my art class, I sketched something which was not very pleasant for me. But my art teacher picked it up and said, "This drawing has a very rich meaning inside." I did not utter a word. But through my drawing, everyone finally heard my voice. They looked at me, smiled, and appreciated it. And slowly, I realized even though I wasn't loud, I could still be heard. That gave me confidence. After that moment, I started drawing more often. And I first shared my artwork to my family members, then with friends, and eventually with strangers. Each time asking, uh, each time asking opinions from each other gave me to keep going on. But the real test came before my first exhibition in third grade. I almost didn't put up my artwork. I kept imagining of people walking without even noticing my art, or worse, not liking my art. These thoughts were scarier than speaking out loud. But when I did share, people not only saw them, but they felt them. That's when my artwork spoke for me. One day, one day, my father suggested I take what I loved the most even further. Why not a book? The idea felt huge, almost scary. Would I really do it? But this also means I would share my artwork to a wider audience, reaching beyond my family and friends. That's how my book was born. At the launch of my book, I realized I was the youngest author. I watched other authors speaking so confidently. Then people started flipping pages of my book. My chest was filled with pride, seeing that my imagination have came alive for others. That's when art became more than just an hobby. It became a way of communicating with the world. But things didn't always go as I hoped. My quietness led people to misjudge me. What teachers thought I did not understand, and my friends believed I did not have anything to say. Even though I poured myself into art, I wonder, would people care about my art? Or what if my art is not nice? Or what if my voice still became unheard? And later, I found out I wasn't alone. A 2020 article from National Institute of Health found out that nearly 3 out of 4 people are introverts. Among the artists, the number is even more higher. It's close to 80%. Now, this reminds me of a 13th century poet, Rumi, who famously said, "Raise your words, not your voice. It's the rain that grows flowers, not thunder." His words helped me to find out that my silence wasn't a setback, but a quieter strength. What made it all was my thought that my artwork won't voice me. Each time someone responded to my art, whether a smile, a question, or a story of their own, I did not have to hold it back. I just need to let it out. When I began sharing, people not only saw them, but they felt them. That's when I realized that my artwork would speak for me. The key isn't to force yourself to yell, it's to discover yourself, your stage. In my case, the stage is art. For somebody else, it may be music, writing, or something entirely different. You don't have to be louder. Have to be, you have to be true in your stage. Mine is art. Yours could be anything. Thank you.